Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Lola. Happy Monday. This is meal prep week. I usually grocery shop over the weekend. So I grocery shopped yesterday and I'm trying to do a meal prep this week. My grocery challenge for this week was to use Coinstar and see how much change I can get from Coinstar. I landed up getting more than I expected in just pennies and dimes and nickels around the house. My total came out to $49, and after they took 11 cents per dollar from the Coinstar machine, I got back $44. So that was our budget for the week. So today I'm going to go ahead and make some beef stew. I'm going to meal prep that, like pre-season it and all that. In here I put 1 pack of the Lifton onions, Lifton Recipes onion and mushroom soup mix. I put some Lawry's seasoned salt. I put some Lawry's garlic salt. I put some regular garlic salt. And I put some magic meat seasonings. I got these on Amazon. It was a pack of 5. It came with a meat seasoning, a poultry seasoning, a vegetable seasoning. It came with also a pork seasoning and a fish seasoning. All 5 little bottles were like $12.99 or $14.99, I believe it was, and it was free shipping on Amazon Prime. I'm going to go ahead and also add some fresh garlic to my beef stew mixture. My son is over here making meatballs. This is a mixture of pasture-raised ground beef, 1 pound, and then 1 pound of ground pork. In here we put some Italian seasoning. We put all the ones I just showed you: Lawry's garlic salt, Lawry's seasoned salt, Lawry's garlic salt, garlic powder, fresh garlic, black pepper, and the meat seasoning from the Magic. The seasoning is really good. It's not that much sodium either. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fresh garlic. I don't have that much, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some water in the jar and shake it in there. I like to get every bit of everything I can. So I'm gonna prepare at least a week's worth of meats that I just have to take out of the freezer in the morning. I usually leave one in the refrigerator. The rest I put it in the freezer, and I'll take it out the night before. So like I said, this is beef stew. Give me let me get it. Those are a little bit too big, but you have to pack them good so they don't. This is a good size, but you have to pack them good so they can, if you roll them around in your hand, son, they'll come out good. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mixture. Like I said, it is for beef stew. I'm going to put this one I'm going to leave in a plastic container because I'm going to make it either tonight or tomorrow. So I'm just going to put it in a plastic container seasoned with the top on it. Let me grab the top, guys. Hope you guys this makes it easier for me during the week, and it makes me more than likely to cook than to end up getting takeout because I'm being lazy. So, like I said, this is beef stew. So that's one meal. So that's done. And then I already seasoned one more beef dinner, but I made it like for Spanish style. This is like a beef that I can shred, and I put Mexican style because I seasoned it with all the same seasonings I showed you, but I added some cumin and some fresh garlic and black pepper to make it. The cumin gives it a little bit of a Mexican hint. So this is my second meal, so that's 2 meals prepped in less than 5 minutes. So that's 2 already. I'm gonna move this to the side. And like I said, my son is making meatballs. Let me see, son, sorry. So this is chicken. All my chicken is already washed. So you see, I get, whatever I get the beef on, I usually wash it out really good and then dry it. And that's what I'm going to put my meatballs on and freeze them. They hold better, sorry. So this is my chicken. I'm going to get my barbecue sauce out before I touch the chicken. Let's see. So I'm using what's he called? G Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. This is really good. I do keto most of the week, but I allow myself a little bit more carbs than usual because of a health reason or personal reasons, whatever. I'll share that with you sometime later. But anyway, I'm making barbecue chicken. I already washed all of this, and let me pour the excess water out. I'll bleach my sink in a minute, so don't worry about it being contaminated. So I'm going to use again Lori's garlic salt. These are the basic seasonings I use. I do have barbecue seasoning, but I like the taste of my seasonings better. And I'm going to use garlic powder, Lori's garlic salt again. These are my basic seasonings. And I'm going to use garlic powder. And this right here is just a mixture of barbecue seasoning I have. I'm trying not to touch it with my dirty hand. It's just barbecue seasoning. It's Kingsford barbecue seasoning. I just put it in here so I don't keep the whole bottle. I have a really small kitchen. We moved to a smaller apartment. I'll show you guys later of that. Share with you more of that during the week. Also, when I when I did the beef stew, excuse me, the seasoning is going in my nose. I'm covering my mouth with my arm. In the beef stew, I put A1 steak sauce because I didn't have Worcestershire sauce. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and put some sugar-free barbecue sauce in here. This is really good for any of you guys watching your sugar intake, doing keto, or just if you want to have a little more healthy choices. This is really good, and it's low in sugar. And it tastes really good, which is another thing. So this is my barbecue chicken. Try not to touch the inside and the outside of your bag. Like I say, it's easier for me when it's seasoned and everything, where I just have to pull it out and make a side and either put it in the oven or the air fryer. Let me wash my hands. Just try to put them all on the big one if they fit. So I'll go ahead and put this to the side. I'll do that later so I can wash it. Try to push all the air out of your meat so it doesn't tend to get freezer burn. It doesn't stay in long enough to get freezer burn, but sometimes I don't use it right away. I try to, but I don't always. Make sure you wipe the bag of any excess sauce or anything so you're not contaminating nothing or getting it all over. Sometimes I forget to talk loud, I'm sorry. So get this out of the way. So this is meal number 3. My son is making meal number 4. This is barbecue chicken. I should have wrote on it first. I always forget. So that's meal number 4. So it's Mexican style beef stew, barbecue legs, and the meatballs that my son is making. So that's 4. That was all of me. 4. Let's see, number 5 is going to be this the Smokehouse Mrs. Phil's Applewood smoked pork loin. So that's going to be number 5. That's already seasoned, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to wash some chicken out to do my next meal, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I've rinsed my chicken and everything out. This is going to be our 5th pack. This is going to be for Peruvian style spaghetti or stir fry. I haven't decided yet, but they both require about the basic seasoning. Peruvians have a lot of Asian influence, so you'll see that I use a lot of rice and soy sauce, things like that. So I'm going to put some soy sauce in here. I guess I'll measure. I don't usually measure, but I have to say, don't use the pizza right. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce in here. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce in here. I'm going to put some garlic powder, regular garlic powder. I'll put a good amount of that. That has no salt at all. I'm going to put some garlic salt, Lawry's garlic salt. You don't want to put too much salt because the soy sauce already has salt. I'm going to put a little bit of Lawry's seasoned salt, very little. I'm going to put some black pepper. And I'm going to put some ginger. I have fresh ginger, so I'm just putting in some of the juice from it just for the flavoring. So that, I say that's about a good teaspoon of it. So I'm going to mix all that around. I would put fresh garlic in it, but I ran out, so I'll add that later. But just to give soy sauce and everything a chance to marinate. I'll show you later on during the week how I make this Peruvian spaghetti. You mix it with regular noodles, al dente spaghetti noodles, the thin or thick ones, whichever you prefer. I'm using a spoon because I'm trying not to get my hands all dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my freezer bag. I labeled that Peruvian spaghetti. Peruvian spaghetti, I don't know if you can see that. But like I said, sometimes I change my mind and I'll make stir fry out of it. But it can be used with the same seasoning, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and use my spoon so I don't have to contaminate my hands. The chicken is already washed and everything, so I take a little break to get it done. This is about a pound to a pound. This is about a pound of chicken, boneless. A pound to a pound and a half of boneless chicken. Boneless chicken thigh that I cut up into bite-sized chunks. I prefer the thigh because it has more flavor and it's less dry than the breast. The breast gets too dry for me and I can't swallow. It like gets stuck in my throat for some reason. I've never been able to swallow it correctly. So this is a chicken thigh. Again, push all the air out. I try to unfreeze it as flat as I can so it will be easier to unfreeze. So that's another meal. And we have some pork chops here. I already rinsed those. Where is it? I'm trying to get rid of some cream of mushroom soup that I opened a couple of days ago and I don't want to waste it. So after I season this, I'm gonna pour this in there for flavoring. So this is about a third of a can of cream of chicken soup actually. You can mix it with chicken broth or anything. Later on I might add a little chicken bouillon to it. Gives a little more flavor. It's not that much, if necessary I'll add more. So I'm going to go ahead and season the chops again with my Lawry's seasoned salt, Lawry's garlic salt, and regular garlic salt. Those are my go-to seasonings. Again, the meat is nice and washed. My hands are clean. And me and my family only will be eating this, so if you see anything that doesn't look good to you, just remember that it's just us eating it and nobody else has to eat it. So this I'll just put in the oven to bake it. Just something easy. Again, good and seasoned. I'm using one hand to touch the meat and the other hand to season, so I'm not contaminating anything. Use my clean hands. Open the bag. What is this? Blue. Hope I'm talking loud enough and you can hear me. That was bad. But okay, I'm putting in this one just so I don't have to contaminate anything. So I'll put the chops in here. I'll try to lay them as flat as I can. That's okay. I usually put 2 and 2 on top of each other. Put the plate in here. Then I'll pour the sauce in there. Later on I'll put onions and bell peppers in it, but not now because I don't want to cut them. But at least the meat part is done. That's a good progress for me. So I'm pouring the cream of mushroom or cream of chicken mixture in here. And I'm going to push most of the air out, or as much as I can air out. And I'll give that a good mix. So that's what it looks like with the cream of mushroom. The flavors will blend in as it freezes. So let me move this to the side. Let me clean my space here. So one more thing that needs to be seasoned is my chicken. This is going to be chicken cordon bleu, inside out chicken cordon bleu. This is thighs that have been rinsed and most of the fat cut off, and I'm about to season them. My chicken cordon bleu, I put mustard to season it with first. Because I have the habit of smelling everything. Forgive me, I don't know why I do that. I have the habit of smelling almost everything. So this is Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. You can use any mustard, Dijon, yellow, whatever you have. I put about 2 tablespoons on my 4 chops. I just want to mix it in a little. So I'm gonna, I hate touching it. So I'm gonna mix it all in the meat, make sure it all gets coated in the mustard. And you don't really taste the mustard. So I'm gonna put garlic salt, of course. I'm going to put already seasoned salt. I'm going to put regular garlic salt. And mix it all in. Then what am I going to put? On this one, I'm going to put a bit of Italian seasoning. I say about a tablespoon spread all around of Italian seasoning. Say about a tablespoon. And I'll put some parsley flakes in there when it's cooked because I do know what I do with my parsley flakes. Let me get my hands washed. And I will bleach down my sink and everything after I'm done. I will bleach down my rag and everything, my dishcloth and sponge after I'm done. When I'm handling chicken, I don't like the rest of it. So I've already labeled my bag. Chicken and cordon bleu. I don't like touching raw chicken. That's like a pet peeve of mine. It just feels not good to me. So that's my chicken cordon bleu. So remember, as you seal it, to push all the air out as much as you can. And the last thing we have to put in freezer bags is the meatballs. It's not disinfecting yet, disinfected yet. At least I feel like it's clean. Mustard. So my son made meatballs. These are made out of ground pork, 1 pound of ground pork and 1 pound of ground beef. Mixed together, they're seasoned with Italian seasoning, seasoned salt, garlic salt, regular garlic, pepper, and Italian seasoning. About a good teaspoon and a half. A good teaspoon of each, not a teaspoon and a half. I've had them in the refrigerator because I didn't want them to be sitting out all that time. And then I'm gonna try to I saved my, when I pulled out the beef, it was in this pack. So I took it out, I washed it out and dried it. So I just freeze it in that so my meatballs don't fall apart. I'm hoping it's gonna fit in there. So these are my meatballs. And if you follow me during the week, you'll see what I do with them. Hopefully they'll fit. If not, let's see. I'll just break off the edge here so they can fit. make things work, believe me. So I'm sealing it up. So these will be made into meatball subs or meatballs. I'm going to make them with sauce, and we'll either make subs with them or I'll make wraps with mine. So in like 20 minutes time, 30 top, I prepared for the whole week. And all I gotta do is pull it out. Tomorrow I'll do my veggies, or later on I'll do my veggies and I'll show you the video tomorrow maybe. Remember, break the end off if it doesn't fit. I'll cut some of the end off so I can fit in here. You don't have to put it in here, but I like the way they hold shape. You can put them on a plate and freeze them. You can put them on a plate, put them in the freezer, and once they freeze, put them in a freezer bag. I like to freeze them in these little bags. So that's one meal. That's my meatballs. These 2 packs will be for one meal. I always make extra because when I go to my sister's, I take my mother a plate or my nephew and my niece a plate. So that's my meatballs, that's 1. That's my pork chops, that's 2. That's my chicken cordon bleu, that's 3 meals. Let's see. That was my already seasoned Applewood smoked bacon tenderloin. Then my Peruvian style spaghetti meat, which was boneless chicken, or if I don't make Peruvian spaghetti, I'll make stir fry with it. Let's see. That was my barbecue chicken. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the Mexican style beef to shred and make tacos or burritos with. That's 6. And then my 7th meal for the week is the beef stew mix. So that's our week's worth of meals. Prepped it in like 30 minutes, and that's gonna save me time all during the week. Tomorrow I'll make a meal more than likely, and then I'll show you my veggie prep. So you guys remember to have compassion for each other. Show somebody that beautiful smile, and remember to share love. Be blessed, you guys. Got my kitchen a little cleaned up, washed out all the dishes, wiped down the counters. Just wanted to show you how I freeze my meat. I freeze it flat so that when I unfreeze it, it can be easier to freeze. And I usually layer like whatever I'm going to make for that day of the week. So I'll leave one thing in the refrigerator, which is a beef stew, and the rest I'll take out the night before after I cook dinner to make it the next day. So like I said, I like to lay it flat, so I just wanted to show you how I lay it so it's easier to take out. The other meatballs are up there. I just don't want them to flatten, being stacked on top of each other before they freeze. So again, I'm going to share with you during the week what I make with these meals. You guys, again, be blessed, have compassion for each other, and show each other that beautiful smile. Love you. Peace. Wait, where's my fingers? Peace.